If you die, like the deported veteran, you get your burial.
Right.
If you served and you were a legal resident, they can do posthumously the citizenship.
That's what they
But if we're doing all these things and we know that we have that benefit, give it to them while they're alive.
Right.
Let them enjoy the fruit of their sacrifice.
Yeah. In fact, the first soldier who died in the Iraq War was an undocumented immigrant. The first one that died in the Iraq War. And then he died. And of course his whole family, everybody, got their citizenship because he died and it became a notice.
Yes.
Part of this issue regarding immigration might be solved in terms of people being deported if, while they were in the military, they became citizens. If the military actually moved it about, instead of, if you're in the process, you can expedite the process. But if you never even start, because you're unaware, they're not assisting you right from the get-go, you can't expedite something that's not happening to begin with.
But remember, the military, they're not immigration. The immigration issues are an afterthought. It's all about military readiness, or you might be away from family, so that might not even pop up in your radar, because you're so focused on the mission and the welfare of your own troops. Mission accomplishment and welfare of the troops, not even your own, if you're a legal resident, is not a thought, because you even may not have the time.
Paco, to wrap up, where do people go to learn more about the issue? Can you tell us again the date and the time when the folks will be turning themselves over? Give us specifics so we can
We will be putting the information, I don't know if you have already, on Documedia. Also, the veterans and the deported mothers are treating themselves in this Friday in sport entry in San Isidro. So there's going to be a pre-conference there too, right before they go out there. It's on, we call it the bunker in Tijuana. They'll be there for a couple of hours. Then around 2 o'clock, they're gonna head towards the port of entry, the site from San Isidro. Unfortunately, the process, it's more of a hit and miss, but I'm trying to see if I find through my contacts, Mexican consulate to the customs, because that system in some other cases, where we can go and maybe give a packet ahead of time. So they can review the packet, that the legal arguments, the legal remedies are there. But they're meeting them, they're turning themselves in this Friday. If you wanna visit, we'll put the information on documedia.org. We have the address here. We have there's gonna be also a meeting in San Diego. And some people are gonna caravan from San Diego to join them, to walk across with them, see if they're able to. But they're gonna go from about 2 to 3 o'clock heading towards the border. And we're hoping that there is some kind of success. We did have that success with Daniel Torres, from Spanish veteran to combat veteran to U.S. citizen, and many of them qualify for citizenship. So the information is here, and we'll put them
on the back table too. I have sheets so you can get them back.
And Paco, are there any? What can we do as a community? Do we engage our local Congress people? What have our local Congress people done?
That's the next step. A great question, Dr. Moreno. What I'd like to do is, we have 2 key people here. One of them is Ed Royce. He's the chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Now, I don't know, what he thinks about the issue. I want to approach him because, again, like I mentioned, national security issue. If he's dealing with other countries, well, in other countries, our veterans will be targeted for recruitment. That's a national security issue. It's a threat. And we need to diminish that, eliminate that threat if at all possible. And one of the ways is to bring our veterans home. Because then they will not out there with the skills. The other one might be, and I'm not sure if it changed, we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be looking at who are in the Veterans Affairs Committees, who are in the Judiciary Committee for Immigration, and at that point, we'll come back and say, look, can you help us call them?
Exactly.
And let them know, there is some immigration relief, but it's extremely important to have the community support, because that's how many of them respond. If they see an interest, they will respond. And we used to say that we went to the battlefield, that we'll never leave someone behind, and yet we're banishing them away from the country.
And Loretta Sanchez?
I know they expressed an interest of being here, but I didn't have a chance to reach out to them, but we are definitely gonna reach out.
Yes, Beatrice already stepped away, but I can definitely forward information.
Yeah, so.
Yo quiero añadir.
And Mimi Walters también, ¿no?
We're gonna reach out. See, the thing from our perspective, it is not a partisan issue. It's people who gave loyalty to the country, lealtad al país, right? And so we're only asking, let them use what was there allow them their medical benefit, and allow them to be considered under the Immigration Nationality Act to be retroactive.
Yo quiero añadir, yo estuve casada con un marino y la guerra ellos no la están peleando en su servicio, la están peleando realmente cuando se adaptan a la sociedad. Y es lo más difícil porque ellos pelean por nosotros y nos representan, pero cuando ellos vuelven a la sociedad, la misma sociedad lo está rechazando, no los acepta. Y es ahí el choque que ellos tienen. Y es donde nosotros tenemos que educarnos para aceptarlos y recibirlos de una manera como civiles y no tenerles miedo ni verlos como amenaza, porque realmente como ellos se sienten es que no la sociedad los está rechazando, y es ahí donde nosotros podemos ayudarlos de alguna manera.
Gracias, Carmen. Ahora les hago una pregunta a Justino y Iván. I always look to the youth for guidance to see if we can do something differently. ¿Qué sugieren ustedes también? ¿Qué creen que tendría más impacto? ¿Cuál es el siguiente paso? What's the next step you think?
No, now
I always draw inspiration from our youth.
Well, yeah, I think, contacting your reps is going to be important. So we'll do a little more research into that. We won't leave it up to you, but we will come back with the specifics, even as scripts, etc. But I think even just sharing this with other people when you hear something, because I think we hear about issues like this about immigration all the time, and we don't chip in like our 2 cents and say, hey, no, that's not right. Because I think that it starts there too. So I mean, for me, it just starts as talking to people. When you hear someone saying that's something that's negative and not true, even that goes a long way. Or if you know anybody that needs help, like, you can definitely send them to us. And then if we can help in any way as well, let us know. Yeah.
Paco,
Yes.
I know someone who has a personal relationship with Ed Boyce.
Okay.
Can I give him your name and have him call you and see if maybe you can
Got it, yeah.
work out something to speak to him?
Okay, yeah, because I'm definitely going to do that. Yeah.
Bueno, Paco, Francisco, Iván, Justino, muchísimas gracias. Thank you for bringing this attention to our community.
Yes,
yes.
Gracias a las personas de Y Paco, van a tomar preguntas, entrevistas, ¿verdad?
Sí, podemos hacerlo si gustan afuera.
Ahí atrás.
Can we do this? Can we take a group picture? Whoever feels comfortable.